Alright, we should be live. Let me just check. We should be. Asmogan is still finishing up his live stream real quick. We are live. Okay, good. So yeah, like I said, Asmogan is still finishing up his live stream real quick. So I'm going to get this started right now so you guys don't have to wait too long. But while we wait, I was going to show you guys a little bit of more news regarding Wargame Red Dragon while at it. Rusted Cake says, if you stream it, they will come. Thank you very much. So yeah, they showed off Wargame Red Dragon last week, showed off the helicopters that we are going to be getting in that particular DLC. While we wait on Asmogan so we can do the High Republic live stream itself proper, I got it all set up. Alfaria says, Sneed Clave rollout. Templar Helmet says, alive once again. Speaking of Sneed Clave, there's a game on Steam. I don't know if you guys heard about it. Apparently made by... Let me see. Well, anyways, I'll go ahead and talk about it later, I guess, if we have time or something. But I was going to tell you guys about this. Brother Olay says, hello, and let's see if we have any tracing images in this one. We will once Asmogan is done with his stream and is able to join us. Actually, I better send him a message. There we go. There we are. Anyway, so let's have a look at some of the new stuff that the DLC is promising. So so for the new South Africa faction for Wargame Red Dragon, we're looking at the new Alette 3, which is interesting. But they were also getting the K-Car, which was a uniquely Rhodesian modification to this thing. Which, yeah. So this is another good example of how we're getting some Rhodesian equipment along with South Africa. Because, like I said, the K-Car is famously a South African development. With 20 mil cannons pointing in the sides. Okay. So we also you're going to be getting the Puma. Brother Lay says the new 40k comic is worryingly promising. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's not a guarantee that it'll be awful, but I'm not really sure the chances are good. I'm not sure that it's a high chance of it being particularly good, but well, I'm all ears, I guess, if there's something interesting potential in it. Alfari says also the creator of Berserk just died. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, actually. Berserk was such a good manga and anime, too. Well, the original anime, I mean. So we're also getting the Oryx and the Puma, alright, and the Super Frelin. But they're getting multiple variations of prototype gunships, which were apparently based around the Puma. So that's going to be an interesting thing there. What is Wargame Red Dragon exactly? It is a real-time tactics game. It basically, if you can imagine, if Total War was in the Cold War era, and well, actually, old school Total War was in the Cold War era and had the sort of depth that you'd expect from an old school Total War title, you might have an idea of how this game plays. It is. And I really do mean in depth. In fact, if I wanted to start up the game, you can see just how massive the unit roster is and just how much just how many different variables that go into individual units and all that sort of thing. Also, the South Africans are getting a proper the Revolt, I believe it's called, which is probably going to be a proper armored gunship. Like I said, these things here, the Alpha and Beta, were probably going to be kind of similar in and how they play it, in my opinion, they're probably going to be somewhat similar to the Cobra copters that the U.S. gets. So not really armored, but they do get the full suite of weapons. Alfarius says, Fallout 4 New Vegas has sided with Fallout the Frontier. Why? Alfarius says Fallout 4 New Vegas has dug the grave long. It is now our duty to put them in. Okay, so why did they side with Fallout the Frontier of all things? That's weird. It is legitimately weird. I'm actually considering having a look and finding out what exactly is going on with that. Let's check here. But yeah, why on earth would they... Sorry. Alright, so let's see. Let me check Fallout 4 New Vegas, what is going on with that. Because let's see. That's probably Asmogan. Oh, here he is. Hey, Asmogan.
Hey.
Alright, have a good stream?
For the most part.
Awesome. Alright, yeah, I was just showing everyone some minor news updates regarding the new DLC for Wargame Red Dragon, so... But now that we are here, we can go ahead and get started with Star Wars The High Republic issue number 5. Brother Olesa... also, apparently there's some more drama regarding Fallout modding community for some reason.
Isn't there always drama with the Fallout modding community?
Apparently, well, yeah, but apparently Fallout Frontier levels are bad, apparently with regards to Fallout 4 New Vegas. So...
Am I not surprised? Yeah. To be fair, I'm not in the community, but I hear so much bad shit. Like, I hear way more negative than positive, but I guess that's normal these days.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go with this travesty when you are.
Roger. So let's actually get back to the comic itself. And, Asmogan, you remember right where we left off, right?
Oh, yeah. Took me a second, I was processing. Didn't the last one end off with the fucking huts coming in? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go.
Alrighty, so let's get into it. Chapter 5, Attack of the Huts. A derelict hut ship, a Nihil incursion. We've already read this here, so... Alright. Alfaria says, oh man, lizard guy is dead. Well, that's what the artwork shows. I'm not sure how entirely true or not that is. Brother Olay says, Roger, Roger.
Roger. Alright, so off the bat. So the hut didn't even try talking to them? Okay, so at least hut.
Yep. The
they
planet
just immediately attack like the Empire. Like that's exactly how they work. Right.
The planet Sedri Minor. After. Was I voicing the girl or were you?
You were voicing the girl.
All right. I won't be able to hold them for long. Move! It didn't have to be this way. If only we had talked.
I remember if that's the twin. I don't know. I'll just voice it. We can get them clear. Kiev, Trennis.
Surette! No, you're too weak.
True, but the force is strong. Everyone, come with us.
If we had listened to one another.
How are we supposed to get past that?
None of this would have happened.
We will hold them back. The Force is with us.
We could have made things better. We could have made a difference.
We are one. Really just get stepped on.
That dude's one with the Force now. Isn't that what Jedi are for? Oh, so this is the before. So they didn't quite get to shooting right away.
Okay.
Before.
Maybe this will be more like a Hutt than I give him credit. Let's see.
All right, were you voicing the HUD or was I?
I can't remember if we did he even. Yeah, he did have lines. I'll just do it. Okay, so I'm assuming those brackets means just translated. No, noble Jedi, on behalf of the wise and gracious Hutt cartel. I'm Yaga the Benevolent. Thank you for your service, but your work here is done. In short, get the hell off our planet. What? I've already said it. I'm not gonna bitch and moan about the fucking. That's the Empire now, apparently.
Brother LA says, war, it's good for business. Peace, it's good for business. Jedi? No. Rusted Cake says, Jedi are for getting curb stomped? Noted. With the way this comic is going, yeah.
So I did voice the blonde hair lady.
Okay.
Apparently she's speaking Huttese. Okay. Your planet. I'm not sure I understand the claim here, Cedri. Cedri Minor is not in Hutt space. It is quite simple, Master Jedi. These pitiful colonists signed a contract. The Hutt cartel protects them in return for regular payments of grade. They maintained their side of the bargain. We are here to keep ours. To protect their Bacta supply. She? Oh, well, you can't tell anyway. She means this is nothing but a protection racket. Why doesn't Ava do something?
She is, Skier. She's negotiating, trying to make the Hutt see sense.
The fact that you have to explain that to a Jedi Master is a red flag, but okay.
You have one more line there.
Wait, what? Oh, no. It is not enough. And apparently he still has full control of that arm. Like, I have so many questions off the bat. Skier! I hear him attacked. Blast them to atoms. Tear them limb from limb. Okay, so this is worse than the Hutt.
That is
opening fire. This is worse.
Yep.
Because it's the Jedi who are just attacking. No, it's not even the fucking. It's not even the.
Court decision, Jedi fired first.
Right.
Hutts did nothing wrong.
No, they were attacked first. They were attacked first. They're totally in the right now. They're totally in the right now. The Hutts have every right to attack the Jedi for this because they had not opened fire. They were in the middle of talking. Yeah, it was aggressive. This is just because someone talks aggressively doesn't give you the right to attack them. Even if they are hinting at violence, until they are violent, or unless you are certain they are about to kill you, you cannot be the first to attack. You are in the wrong automatically.
Brother Olay says, Asmogan, don't you know the Hutts always spoke in common? Said fake fan. I'm sorry, but this is another reason why foul-mouthed characters are not fun. Brother Olay says, the Jedi have attacked first. Great. this is when everything changed. When I realized the master I knew, the master who taught me, was gone. Wait, but didn't in the last issue she just talked him back to the light?
Apparently not.
Brotherly says the Sith and Hutts are the new good guys. Fact. Yes.
Yep.
Maybe forever. How many mercs are on that thing?
Enough to start a war, and it's our job to stop it.
They didn't start the war, you dumbass! You did!
Exactly. They might have been considering doing that, but you attacked first. So whether that was their plan or not, they didn't start anything. So, bullshit. Chris, to Starlight, what is your status? We're in serious need of reinforcements. Yes, let's further attack these people instead of retreat and try and solve this diplomatically like, I don't know, Jedi. What a crazy idea.
Alright. You're not the only ones. Reports are coming in on all channels. Unfortunately, we're dealing with a Drenja infestation of our own.
I can't remember if I voted. Oh. What if we break a viewport? Blow whatever they are into space?
That won't help those who are already infected, Master.
You blow them into space too. I mean, at this point, would that be out of character for the Jedi to just do that?
No, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't. Alferi says, to be fair, this is how borderline Inquisitors would act against threats. Iluser says, Palpatine did nothing wrong. Alferi says, they are basically above the law. DY says, so Jedi basically... So, S Jedi W's... basically resort to their trigger finger as their primary tool of diplomacy. Rusty Cake says, from my perspective, the Jedi are evil. Maybe Anakin was right all along. Maybe.
He was wrong.
Brother Olay says, could someone tell me where this comic said that these Jedi are peacekeepers when they just started a fight? Good, yeah. I mean, to be fair, this isn't the worst thing that the Jedi have done in this comic, but it is out of character.
They started a war with the Hutt cartel. What the fuck happened to her lightsaber?
Did it? Oh, it turned pink for some reason. We can't sacrifice... Ah!
Hold on. I accidentally clicked a few times. We're on page 9, right? Hey.
Oh, wait. I got a comment here. I got to answer it real quick. Optimus Jedi says, alright, what'd I miss? The Jedi fired on the Hutts and started a war with the Hutts.
No, you didn't hear that wrong. The Hutts didn't start the fight.
The Hutts did nothing wrong.
They were attacked. They were attacked by the Jedi.
The Jedi attacked first.
Peacekeeper is my ass. And now the Jedi are also dealing with a Drengier infestation on the Starlight. An oh-so-well-prepared facility, clearly.
Rusty Cake says, no worries, brother. They have simply adopted the American police approach to keeping the peace. Stop resisting! Stop resisting! The Jedi said to the Hutt. Oh no. Optimus Jedi says, fuck. Alright, so you're up.
Imri! Alright, so I voiced the Drengier thing.
Mm-hmm.
Harvest has already begun. The quivering bag of offal. The flesh brings us nourishment, as will yours.
The Xenobotany was never my strong suit. I'm sorry, Vern.
Apparently, you're their strong suit because they stabbed you. Now are fondling you with leafy tentacles. See enough hentai to know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
You're not finished yet, Padawan. I may be new to the master-apprentice game, but if there's one thing my own master taught me, there's always time for another lesson.
Okay.
So apparently all you have to do is just use the lightsaber and cut it. Good to know. And how are the Jedi struggling, given that they're basically depicted as warmongers in this? I guess we're not supposed to question that. Optimus Jedi says Jedi war crimes continue unabated. Good lord. Oh yes, the Jedi will commit all of the war crimes by the end of this, I'm sure. iLoser says Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan waited to be invited for free shower before they even drew their flashlights. That's true, they did. Alright, so you got more lines there, I'm pretty sure.
How they... isn't that your guy, though? Apologies, Marshall, but you're going to have to...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Apologies, Marshal, but you're going to have to manage without us for the time being.
The Force will be with us all, one way or another. Keeve, where's Surette?
Oh, you know, keeping busy.
What we wouldn't give for our lightsaber about now?
Wait, what?
Okay.
Wait, who's talking? That's the good thing about being in two places at once, sibling. Wait, whoa, hold on. I swear, didn't one of them die?
Yeah, about that. So, one of these two managed... Oh, this is still in backstory. Right, okay. This is still in backstory before the present.
Okay.
Alright. That's the good thing about being in two places at once, sibling. We always have each other's backs. Sleep.
Is that easy?
So, Force Sleep is now considered a canonical power among the Jedi. Was Force Sleep ever a thing among the Jedi before this?
Well, it's part of Force persuasion, and if there's a particularly weak mind, and I can't think of any cases before this though where it's been specifically taken a fully conscious, full energied, awake creature and knocked it out. Like the only examples I can think of, like there was an implied drunk who was made to fall asleep with a Force persuasion.
Okay.
And also, I think there was a case, might be in the Clone Wars cartoon, may not be. May just be remembering this wrong, but there was a case where an enemy pirate almost woke up and he was Force persuaded to fall back asleep. Again, I can't think of any cases, though, where a fully awake, fully alert individual was just knocked unconscious.
Brother Olay says, currently I'm making hyena men with sci-fi guns, and they look a lot friendlier than these Jedi. Indeed they do. Optimus Jedi says, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Did we take a detour to Dark City? Brother Olay says, new Force powers, sod off.
Well, to comment to the hyena men with sci-fi guns, we might have a copyright thing between you and me, Brother Olay, because for Warglaive Gothic, for over a year I've been developing the Rathan, which are anthropomorphic hyena men in a sci-fi grimdark universe.
Alright, so, did I read the sleep line, or... Alright, I'll read it, just in case. Sleep. Here.
Let me share. Just so you could show on stream, like, an example. That's, that's one of the book covers for Wargame Gothic. My,
Ah, okay. To be honest, this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Skaven. Just a little, though.
It's hyena.
Yeah. Fair enough. Optimus Jedi says, "What's the Force?"
Very monstrous version, but still.
Yeah. Optimus Jedi says, "What's the Force? Magic! It does shit. Stop asking questions, man, baby bigot." Rusty Cake says, "Reminds me of the Harry Potter canon. Wizards cast spells to make their poo vanish. Jedi casting spells to help each other nap. Oh my goodness, this is gold." That is, yeah. Anyway, so let me get back to the more of the lines here. Here.
Eric, the things we have seen that the Drenja did to us.
That is the past, Sirt. Now we are whole once more, and will never be separated again. 1, 2, 3. For light and life. You know, as you say after you started a fight. Also, the end will never be separated again. I'm probably going to have to make a Curb Your Enthusiasm meme out of that. Because we both know what happens. Brother Olay says, Asmogan is from Frostgrave Miniatures Converted. Fantasy with sci-fi guns. And no way looks like your cover art. Sorry.
All right, so but it's not like you're writing something like that. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's good clarification to have. And if it's just a miniature you're working on, I guess I just misunderstood what you meant. I thought you were like writing something like that.
All right. So I think you're up.
All right.
The Hutt's army don't stop until their commander is free. Skier, you have to release her.
I don't think either of them are listening.
How'd they get over there? Okay.
Ugh. Trandoshan scum. No matter how you dress yourself, you're all just worthless lizards at heart.
Wait, what? What? The Huts don't do their own fighting? What? What?
Oh,
What?
no.
Okay.
Brother Olay says, translation for darkness and death. Optimus Jedi says, ugh, for light and life, said the horrible genocidal mages that in no way resemble Jedi Knights anymore. Exactly. No one is worthless, especially not Skier.
Or Jedi, closing ranks. He's diseased, can't you see that?
I see someone in pain, someone who's lost himself. Come back to me, Skier. Come back to all of us.
Don't know how. I can't control it.
So are they literally repeating the same storyline? They said it. Okay.
That's just the point, you stubborn old Brazak. You don't have to do it on your own.
Cuts off his new arm.
Oh, yeah. Well, she didn't even cut it off at the root, so does that even work?
I don't know, and honestly...
Alright.
At last, Mirga the Merciless is free. No Jedi will be safe from my wrath.
Didn't she refer to herself as the Benevolent? Now she's the Merciless?
What Whatever title fits the tone at the time.
Orsocium says, I was in class. You thought you'd get rid of me, but no. Here I am, ready to see, feel, and hear more pain from this freaking comic. Brother Olay says, where did she get that? Are you talking about the double blade lightsaber? She's had that along, if that's what you're talking about. But anyways, I believe you're still up again, yeah.
This isn't a holodrama, my friend. There are larger forces at play here, dangerous to both Republic and Hutt territories. They do not understand. It is beyond their comprehension.
Skier?
Here is another stupid meat. Did you think severing the roots would stop us?
She didn't sever the roots. She just cut them in the midsection.
I kinda hoped.
Then you prove my point. You do not deserve to live.
Skier, you have to listen to me. This isn't you. Zoomerwaffen says, Jedi are basically Mossad, purposely trying to cause war. Sith are people that just got tired of the instigators. Kind of low-key based, not gonna lie. Brother Olay says, yes. Rosocium says, also, hello, Asmogan. Sorry I had to miss your podcast. Also, sorry you had to suffer more of the High Republic. Optimus Jedi says, this dialogue. Indeed. You're better than this.
It's okay you missed the podcast. It's still there. The episode's still up for you to view if you want to watch it.
You're better than this.
Work for the Hutt? They said. You'll become rich, they said. Well, there are easier ways of making money.
Wait, did I skip a page?
Nope, you did not.
Wait, so we... Okay. Odd transition.
Mm-hmm. The strangest ways of making money, for that matter. Like wrestling Wookiees. Going somewhere, Callow? No, I mean, yes, I was preparing to shuttle free passage for anyone who wants to get away from this mess. Liar. This is all your fault. There are monsters under the ground and we didn't even know. We should have called the Jedi as soon as the disappearances began, but you wouldn't let us. Instead, you took our credits and beat us if we dared speak out. My son is dead because of you. Yeah, hell yeah, beat his ass.
Also, Adam West Batman sound effects, but to be fair, this is a comic. Rustic Cake says, I'm half expecting one of the Hutts to pull its face off, revealing to be Palpatine the whole time.
That would make as much sense.
Yeah, yes it would, sadly. I guess I can voice the chick. Nessa, don't. It won't bring Julius back.
No, Dree. But it'll make me feel better. Looks to me we're not all that different, you and I. Okay. Nisho, we both think with our fists when it suits us. The only difference is... I know when I'm beaten. So long, Rancor bait.
I'm not giving up on you, Skier.
Skier is gone.
Not if these lightsaber skills are anything to go by. Master, please. I know you can beat this. I believe in you.
You shouldn't.
Skier, is that you?
I don't have long. Their influence is too great. You need to know why I did this.
You told us. You needed to find out what the Dringier had planned.
No, that wasn't it. Not completely. So wait, he lied? Why? Okay.
My connection to the Force is fading.
It's been happening for a while. That's why he just broke control and he's now monologuing. Okay. I don't know why. That swarm that attacked Sheridan during your trial. I had no idea it was coming.
What?
Huh?
So, what?
I
So
have
the
many
Jedi
questions.
planned it, and they did not specifically. There. No, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. They realized just how badly they fucked up, and they're trying to retcon that. They're trying to retcon the first issue of their own comic.
Someone finally point out to him, hey, by the way, that first issue, the Jedi are kind of the bad guys.
I suppose there's at least some good from people live streaming and pointing this up. But
It was the same when I arrived here. I should have sensed the dark side at the heart of the planet, but I couldn't.
why didn't you tell me?
I was ashamed. I felt that I'd let you down. Well, you certainly let down the entire notion of a fucking of the fucking Jedi when you started a fucking war, not in this comic alone.
Mm-hmm.
On top of everything else. Jesus.
Let me read some of the comments here. Urososium says, you thought it was Jabba. But no, it was I, Dio. Brother Olay says, can we make the Rodian the main hero, please? Rusty Cake says, your voice for this master fellow sounds like prequel trilogy Palpatine, I gotta admit. Brother Olay says, someone slap the lizard, he's monologuing. Optimus Jedi says, is this a retcon to try and make up for an attempted genocide of two races? Oh damn, same wavelength. They're trying to retcon the retcon, and soon they'll retcon again soon after. Orsosium says, top of the fucking line writing. SM says, quality. Zumravoffen says, trying to retcon the Jedi being the ones who consequently helped create the Sith through their own actions. What a train wreck. Yes, that is exactly how I would describe this. I mean... But you wouldn't. You couldn't.
It doesn't matter, Keeve. Not anymore. The Drengir, they're not gone.
I believe these are all your lines.
Why are they brown? Okay. That's the trouble with plants. Pull them up or cut them down. All they need is one tiny scrap in the darkness. A seed or root. Hidden away out of sight, out of mind. They grow back stronger than before. Indomitable, unyielding.
What this reminds me of is, you remember the Exterminatus cutscene from Gothic Armada 1?
Off the top of my head, no.
Alright, so the Inquisitor tries to justify an Exterminatus by saying, heresy is like a tree. You can prune it, cut it down, but it will grow again ever stronger. That's exactly what this reminds me of. iLoser says, or no, Optimus Jedi says, how does one lose the Force? I'm pretty sure that's not possible. Yeah, that's a very good question. This has never been explained before.
You see it a lot with the most recent Star Wars writings, since Disney took it over. You see it in the video game Jedi Fallen Order as well. This concept of one being disconnecting or connect. As it was explained in the original trilogy, the Force is all around you. It's in everything. It's binding. It brings everything together. You can't cut yourself off from it because it is literally every fucking where.
Mm.
It is literally like the air and the oxygen. You can't cut yourself off from it. You can just refuse to use it.
I mean, they've even established... The thing is, even Disney screws that up because they establish that even Jedi ghosts still have Force powers, which is why Jedi Yoda is able to use Force lightning, of all things, as a ghost in Episode 8. iLoser says, how many head writers were shot during the making of this comic? Not enough, apparently. Orsocium says, how do you lose the plot? Same answer. Optimist Jedi says, that's not how plants work. Have these people never planted a fucking flower? Well, I mean, do you remember the Chaz where they tried to grow plants on a sprinkling of dirt over a cardboard box? And we're just sitting there waiting for the potato to magically turn, to magically ripen and be useful. Does anyone else remember those pictures?
Yes.
And my God, were they funny. Frankly, we should have just built a wall around the Chaz and just let nature take its natural course in that case, but that's neither here nor there. Zoomerwaffen says, literal bugman who wrote the dialogue for this. Rusty Cake says, the plants, it was the plants. This is not a Star Wars comic, it's a The Happening comic. It all makes so much sense. Wait, still nonsense. Yeah, but it makes nonsense. At least this would be nonsense in that very specific M. Night Shyamalan sorts of way. So it works more than it should. Seeker says, hey Ace, I'd love to comic more consistently, but I'm traveling at the moment. Just going to assume the comic's shit and wish you luck. You've assumed correctly. Brother Olay says, Optimist Jedi, it's the same as locking yourself away from the Force. Ilusia says, in KOTOR you were cut off, but you were essentially a wound in the Force. Brother Olay says, sorry, that really annoyed me when I watched The Last Jedi. It annoyed everyone, because that's a massive plot hole giving Jedi ghosts Jedi powers. What is to stop Master Yoda from just using Force lightning on Emperor Palpatine when he's in his sleep? I mean, stuff like that just does... It creates massive plot holes just from stuff like that. Orsocium says, on the plus side, I'm seeing a lot of tentacles. With some luck, that means Star Wars will be given to the Japanese and turned into an anime. I have bad news for you. They're making a High Republic manga. And the High Republic manga is still going to have Western writers, but they're going to have Japanese artwork. Orsocium says, anything better than this crap. Again, see the High Republic manga that's going to be coming out with Western writers and Japanese artists. Anyways, so I believe I have the next line, right?
Yes.
Surely there's something we can do.
There is one last way to hold them back. One last chance of survival. But you're not going to like it. Is it some genocidal thing?
Maybe. I mean, this is High Republic Jedi we're talking about.
You can't win this fight, Jedi. That's what I've been trying to tell you, Miyaga. It's a battle neither of us can win. Maru, are you still receiving distress calls about the Drengia?
By the thousands, yes.
That many?
Reroute them to my comm link now. Wait, you want thousands of messages? Okay, let's see where this is going.
Please help us. We can't stop them. They're going under my skin. Ah!
Calling all clan members. Bilbosa is being overrun.
This must be a trick. Now Hutter is under attack.
plant things. They're everywhere. The colony is being decimated.
They killed everyone! The entire frontier is under attack by the Drengir, and neither of us can stop them on our own. What are you suggesting? That we join forces? Preposterous. The five families will never condone it. What?
What?
What? What?
Yep. That's the most unhut thing of all time.
They won't condone us making the most strategically smart strategy.
What? They're not the fucking Sith. They're gangsters. When you're under attack by an overwhelming monster, they still call the cops. They just hide all the illegal shit they're doing so they don't get in trouble too. They will not refuse it because the Jedi are mortal enemies or some dumb shit. The Jedi are peacekeepers. They're police and they're gangsters.
We were told they were peacekeepers, but with the way this comic's been going, let me read some of these comments here. Brother Liz says, the left seem to love massive plot holes that make no sense. Or Socium says, well, you killed all my hopes. DY says, Obi-Wan specifically said in The Empire Strikes Back that he cannot intervene in the event of a confrontation between Luke and Vader. iLoser says, the left also have a habit of filling those holes with lots of bodies. See this comic, for example. Brother Alay says, the new message alarm has been going off. You have 100 new messages. Brother Alay says, what? What did he say? iLoser says, the fuck? Or Socium says, why the fuck were we expecting something to make fucking sense? Seriously, people, is this surprising anymore? Or Optimus Jedi says, while being invaded by Japan, the Italian mom doesn't start working with the government. Nope, they say fuck off to the FBI. According to shitlib FW jerkoffs, apparently. Yeah.
That comparison works way too well in this case.
You know what I'm actually reminded of? There is actually a bizarre comparison. I think it was when during World War II, the Italian mafia who hated fascist Italy, the Italian mafia in Italy that hated fascist Italy, sided with the U.S. military and actually gave them intelligence and all that good stuff during Operation Husky, the invasion of Sicily itself. Just for comparison's sake. I mean, that's a pretty good... that's a real historical thing that happened, for the record.
Leave it.
All right, so I believe you're still doing lines on this, so...
All right. Fine. You say this is your planet, then you can have it. We have enough of the galaxy to protect.
You're leaving? Let's not be hasty, noble Jedi. Warriors of the glorious. You're not warriors. Gangsters.
I mean, it's got cartel in the name, writers. Do you not know what cartel means?
Apparently fucking not.
Fight with the Jedi. With the Jedi. They won't be able to stop them. Not without you.
Me? I know that's you.
Me?
The Drengir follow impulses received through their telepathic root system. They need to feed. They need to defend themselves. Yarga said I was diseased. What if you could convince all the Drengir that all our meat is spoiled? Convince them through me.
Wait, are you talking about a mind touch on you? It'll never work.
Oh, now they're stealing from Star Trek.
Mind touch. It's the same fucking thing as a mind meld.
Let me read some comments here. Orsosium says Arch made a video in which the intelligent people commenting on games say that Shepard and the Normandy should be demilitarized. Yeah, they actually said Kotaku actually wrote an article saying abolish the space police in Mass Effect. You know what? I should have brought that up in the live stream or sent a comment on that so that Ludus could have a say on that, since I know he's a Mass Effect fan. Ursosium says, it's the same line of idiocy. Brother Olay says, facepalm. Optimus Jedi Ursosium says, yep, saw that. Apparently it would have been better for the galaxy to be wiped out completely of all life than have space cops. Well, according to the SJWs, it would be more equal, and equality is what matters above all else, including human life. Brother Olay says, the writers never heard of a thesaurus or the dictionary where it tells them that what words mean. Mm-hmm. Or Associum says to Optimus Jedi, if this is the level of intelligence we get in the future, let it die. Alright, so I believe you're up next on that line.
It would if I lowered my defenses. To someone I trust. Please, Keeve, I believe in you.
I'm glad one of us does. You want to run.
The Drengia fighting it. Push harder.
I can't. The damage it could cause.
Just do it. I mean, I know this is bad, but I kind of the sexual innuendo with those lines I could make is great.
What are you doing, step apprentice?
It's too easy. Oh, okay.
The harvest is rotten. It will poison you all. You need to run. You want to run.
Yes, run.
So they Jedi mind tricked an entire species to starve to death, apparently.
Through a mental connection. Which just doing force persuasion on a single weak-minded individual isn't even that easy. So you're telling me that it's as easy as one of their... Okay, I'm too tired to... I'm not gonna spend an hour pitching it. We'll be here all day. I'll just say it like this. That's fucking garbage.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So I believe you're up. Oh.
What are they doing?
I'm clean. I'm clean.
They are retreating.
Then they are cowards. Cowards that can be destroyed. Tear the overgrown merc seeds to shreds.
Maru to Marshal Chris. The Drengia, they're pulling back, almost as if they're afraid. Do you know what's happening?
No, but at this point, I'll take whatever blessings the Force grants us.
Maybe the tide has turned light be... I know, that's you.
Maybe the tide has turned. Light be praised!
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what Skia told us, the Drengia have given up. Never give up. Your pet Trandoshan, he's one of them. He should be put to the saber.
Never. Whatever they've done to him.
Oh, we're not gonna put him down if he's being mind controlled. And granted, I hope they would try and help him, but if you can't, shouldn't you also do the decent thing and put him down?
Mm.
Also, I kind of ignored it in a previous artwork, but you know that artwork of that pink saber girl?
Yep.
Every time they draw it, it looks like a whip or some kind of like flaccid thing. Like, what the fuck is going?
Are they
trying to imply that it's? Are they trying to imply it's a saber whip?
I mean, that is a thing in the old EU lore.
I don't remember there being a saber whip.
There is
I
the
know of a double-bladed lightsaber. I know of that circular-looking one.
Star Wars Empire at War. One of the faction where the Force users that the Zon Consortium rely on use lightsaber whips.
I don't remember that.
It's
I'll take your
there.
word for it.
But I don't think I've ever seen a pink lightsaber before, though, so. Alright, so I believe you get the next line there, and then it's me doing the final bit.
How many pages are left? Oh, there's one after this one.
Skier will be restored.
Skier, this wasn't part of the plan. You don't have to do this. Don't you do this. Do you hear me? Don't you dare!
You can tell they're trying hard to make us care. Problem is, especially in comics with how short they can be to read, to set up a character's death and make us give a shit, you gotta do more than just 5 issues.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, make them likable to begin with. Or interesting to begin with.
Wow, this comic in total is only 23 pages long, including all the stuff that's not even really pages. That is a short-ass comic. Alright, so let me read some of the comments. iLoser says these dipshits are scraping the bottom... Are scraping the barrel from every IP they can think of. Yep. Optimus Jedi is laughing at Orsosium. Brother Olay says, Force Mind Probe. Nope, slap him. Optimus Jedi says, frankly, making this a porn parody would legitimately improve it. I mean... Honestly, the dialogue would probably be considerably improved. iLoser says, someone called Brazzers. Rososium says, if we throw these comics into the dirt, will it count as fertilizer or nuclear waste?
I just want to point out that the Read Comic Online thing, they only let you upvote the comic, find it funny, love it, surprised at it, angry, which doesn't imply you're angry at the comic. It could be angry at an event that happened in the comic, or sad. They don't let you downvote.
Oh, and look at the very first comment. Easily the best chapter yet. I didn't expect to see Vern's light whip in action. So that is supposed to be a light whip. I wouldn't be surprised if Skier really is dead for good, since if I recall correctly, we haven't heard anything about him appearing in any of the future High Republic books. It would be interesting development, especially for Kiev. Next comment says, good issue. Nice to see the Hutts on their worrying days.
They've always been gangsters. What the fuck are they talking about?
Rusted Cake says, the harvest, gosh darn it, this really is the happening. There are no Jedi, the plants are just toying with our minds. Optimus Jedi says it's already compost. Brother Ole says, in the Lizardman's mind, yes, death at last. Rusty Cake says, warning, YouTube is updating terms of service again. Just received a message from YouTube confirming. Yay. I'm going to probably have to see that now. Orososium says, YouTube says new terms of service. I say new ways to fuck with us. Yep. iLoser says NPC species thrives in the comments section. Optimus Jedi says downvotes are a tool of the alt-right. Man, baby, 1930s and 40s Germans. And what's ironic is the sort of people that make these that say that downvotes are the tools of the alt-right are the sort of folks that you expect at Sig Marxism. Which is to say the same sort of people that think, well, Asmogan, you heard about what they think of the Skaven, right?
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yep. The comment section, not quite this one, is shit. Yep. Viraldo and Kondi says, stop, it's already dead. Brother Lay says, and those comics are supposed to be those comments are supposed to be Star Wars fans. Highly doubt. Warring Days. Yep. Also, preview to issue number 6, 7, and 8. And we already know there's going to be at least 10 issues of this.
Yay.
Next issue. Keeve must risk everything in an attempt to communicate with the Dringier Hive to save Skier and the Republic itself. Didn't that already just happen?
Apparently not.
And, of course, the letting us know that it's made by the same guy that gave us such wonderful pieces of literature as Warhammer Adventures. Anyway, so, Asmogan, thoughts on this particular comic? Or this particular issue?
That was garbage.
Is it as bad? Is it the worst one in the series?
No.
Which one is still taking that crown, in your opinion?
I think the last one.
Yeah. Yeah. In your opinion, does the idea of retconning the Jedi creating the threat to that planet in issue 1, is that a good move? Or, in fact, technically, they didn't actually retcon that. They just retconned Skier personally knowing about it. It could still very well be that the Jedi in general did it, but Skier just didn't know about it. But and it is still technically implied that the Jedi in general did it, but I digress. Orososium says, serious question is, how long can these people keep doing this? How deep are their gold vaults? At some point, it has to stop because there is no fucking money. Yeah, eventually it will stop. But unfortunately, they have the coffers of Disney to use. Then again, Disney might have at least some self-preservation eventually because they're going to be in it for the money, and once they see the money starting to dry up, they might start eventually panicking, which may just be at the beginnings of happening at this point, but who knows. iLoser says, so next issue, another retcon. This issue writer is rotting with the weed. Brother Ole says, sorry for being late for this thought, but after watching Fire Burning Our Star Wars Down. We're watching Fire Burning Our Star Wars Down. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Alright. So, we've only been at... So, ultimately... any more thoughts on this particular comic, Asmogan?
Nah, it was just... So far, it's been standard affair. High Republic, piss poor writing. They don't seem to know anything about Star Wars. They don't seem to care anything about Star Wars. Why should I care enough to give them any more of a review than that?
Any predictions on what we may see in the future for this series, since we are halfway through now?
I predict it's going to remain garbage.
Alright. And are you looking forward to the High Republic manga or the Sisters of Battle comic that's coming out for Warhammer 40k?
Can you repeat that?
Will you be interested? So are you looking forward to the High Republic manga that is coming out down the road?
It's not a manga.
There is a manga.
No, they can call it that. It's not.
It has Japanese artists doing the artwork.
And they're being tortured.
I mean, so typical corporate culture over in Japan.
As far as I'm concerned, the Japanese probably have a higher chance of making something good out of this. But
That is true. They do.
I'll look forward to checking it out. Maybe there'll actually be something solid. But it's High Republic, and if they're only in charge of the artwork and they're not in charge of the actual writing, it's gonna be garbage.
Yeah. Orzosium says, what we may see. You think we won't go blind because this crap may very well take our eyes. You saw how bad the artwork got. Speaking of a bad artwork, how bad it got in High Republic Adventures last live stream, right? War King Enoch says, Whoever you are interviewing is just fucking amazing. Whoever you are interviewing is just fucking amazing. Yeah, we are with Asmogan.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Yeah, he's talking about you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Asmogan has a pretty good channel, and I'd suggest you go check it out. I'll be leaving a link in the description below as soon as the live stream's done. iLoser says Bolter bitches are about to get the Marvel treatment site. Yes, also, are you also looking forward to this August when we get to see the first issue of Sisters of Battle as depicted by Marvel?
Oh, I already received your DM.
Yeah, Osmogon left a certain comment expecting a DM, so I just sent him a pic of that comment and a little smiley face. Glad to see we're on the same page.
Yeah, I'll be there to suffer. And there's a slight hope it'll be good, but I doubt it.
Rustic Cake
Quality that's
says,
been bleeding from Marvel has been nothing but a cesspool.
"Yep," and I'm morbidly curious to see what the third series of comics is going to be butchering for that. Rustic Cake says, "If you think the Japanese corporate culture is torture, brother, do I have news for you about the actual legal system?" Yes, I've heard about the Japanese legal system. Part of the reason why they have such a very low crime rate, from what I've heard as well. Brother Olay says, "I'd rather read about the blind force monk from Rogue One to beating every single Jedi in this comic book series." Optimus Jedi says, "Place your bets. A sister will bitch out a chapter master for being toxic."
What about $40 on that?
Is it even a bet if it's a sure thing? Orososium says, "Sisters of Battle. Marvel 110% lesbian with some girls with extras, a lot of butch girls that are manlier than the men. Oh, and race diversity." I mean, at least we probably won't have any of them depicted with their tongues hanging out their side the way that GW is trying to depict the Sisters of Battle now, apparently, but at least with...
There's so much speculation on how they're gonna fuck it up. I'm just gonna wait and see how they do it, because I'm not gonna... My guesses are gonna be wrong.
I don't know, you were right about the Lord of Skulls.
I wish I wasn't.
So do we all, but...
It's painful. It's painful to watch everything I love be tortured by corporate massive morons.
Yep, agreed. Well, I think we are at a good stopping point, so,
Indeedy.
Yep, looking forward to hanging out with you again 2 weeks from now. We'll be probably covering issue number 4 of the High Republic Adventures, the other High Republic comic that manages to have consistently worse artwork than this, and the writing is... Well, would you say the writing in this or in the other is worse?
The writing in the other is worse.
Ouch.
I would say. This one's pretty bad, but it feels smaller scale and at least more concise. As shitty as it is, but at least it's more concise.
Yeah.
The other one, the only thing that's consistent is how inconsistent it is.
Agreed. Rusted Cake says, "Anyone ready for flat-chested Sisters of Battle?" Well, I would say that, but let's be honest. Knowing how the woke crowd are, they're going to fix the design of the Sisters of Battle by turning them all into land whales.
It's always got to fix them. It's fixed when it looks like them.
You know what? Someone should just create a Twitter account where they do the exact opposite, where they just take woke artists' work and then slim down the characters and whatnot, give them some, so shall we say, juicy assets, and then respond with, "There, I fixed it for you." Just to watch these people, just to watch the woke crowd completely lose their minds over that. That would actually be kind of funny, admittedly, but that's just a troll on them using their logic against them. Okay, so iLoser says, "In these dark times, keep close to the power dildo." Keep close to the power dildos. Well, Well, I know the author has a thing for. I told you about I told Asmogan about the thing that the author really likes about the Sisters of Battle for some reason. So that's weird.
Cherubs.
Yeah, cherubs.
Of all things to like.
Mm-hmm.
It's the aborted babies that have been lobotomized and turned into servitors.
Maybe this is just a maybe this is because the NPCs that write these kinds of comics, they just see themselves so much in the cherubs.
I don't know.
Orososium
I
says
gave up trying to understand these people a long time ago.
Orososium says little tomboys of battle. Veraldo says new sisters of battle. It's ma'am. Rusty Cake says a non-woke Twitter account, instant ban, I guarantee. Yeah, well, yeah. Brother Olay says Arch, that actually happened with Spider-Man MJ. Illusion says
Wait, Brother Lay, did you call me Arch? Ace Arch, or is it just a misspelling?
I think he accidentally called me Arch. Because
Not
I
a
think
bad
I know what
comparison.
I think I know what he's talking about. Illusion says they're going to cut the boob armor using functionality as an excuse, ignoring the Baroque style of 40k. Indeed. All right, so I think we are, like I said, going to call it. Yes. Brother Lay says that's the new 40k comic, all about the cherubs. Yep. All right, so as I was saying, this has been Ace.
Has begun.
And we hope to see you again soon. Until then, have a good one, everyone.
Bye-bye.